before today's video gets started, I just want to say that if you guys go right now for today only until the end of 240 Tuesday, it gives you like 11 and a half hours. Go on the website, use the code 240 Tuesday. You get yourself 15% off anything on the store, entire order, 15% off. Go do it. Let's go. So today we're gonna be doing what we were talking to you guys about doing the other day. If you watched Saturday's video where I put the spacers on, I kind of told you about this. So the 240s, what's the packaging levels, Emerson? Like trim levels. Base, SE, and LE. So if you got the LEs like the top, if you get the top of the line one, you get these little splash guard mud flap things. So this is like a body molding, and then just like this little, it comes off, but it's like I call it a splash guard because it's tiny. But like, I guess if you look at it in a hole, it's like a mud flap. Ooh, this one's just custody. So what we're doing today is we're gonna take these flaps, we already demoed it with one, and we're gonna take the little piece, the body molding off, and then we're gonna put my rally armor flap on the back. So he's gonna have like this body molding, which will look mint, and then the rally armor mud flap, which will be way better and bigger than these little tiny ass ones. And we're also gonna be painting these red, so this doesn't stick out so much. So you wanna just hold this so they can see what it looks like? So like that's what the OEM one looks like. You can see the flap is kind of small. And then this from the side obviously is just like black and kind of weird. So we're gonna paint the piece red to match the car and then just hang the rally armor. So that'll be way better. So these, you can see the paint's already kind of coming off. So like these are gonna need to be sanded and then repainted kind of thing. I mean, they're like a nice black, but the thing is they're just too bulky on the side of the 240. And when you look at it, like I just showed you from the side, it's just like way too much black. So like these ones are mounted with like this, ooh, rusty old things. Oh, we're gonna have to clean this up. I'm sorry I'm making such a mess. It's like annihilated in here. But they're like riveted in, little pop rivets. So we just have to cut them, tear it off, and then just kind of clean it back up, I guess. So, oh wow. You never know when something's 30 years old how easy it's gonna come off.
Do you need this part?
No, that part's just to hold this one on there. We're just gonna custom nut and bolt, right? It has completely different holes. So we're just gonna have to drill our own holes and make it fit. So you don't really need these mounting pieces. Yeah, there we go. Do you have like the same red matching paint?
Yep. That's what he did his fender with.
Shh. And you can't tell that one of his fenders has been painted, so you can't.
We're not adding that in the video.
People are gonna know. Emerson does beautiful DIY fab work. Check it. Check it.
No.
Check it. You know which one of those is painted? No. No, you don't. Because it's beautiful. Right now, would you guys rather be watching us sand mud flaps or saving 15% on the website? Probably 15%, so we're not gonna be doing much more for the next couple minutes. Just go do it. Just leave the video on, go. The sandpaper sucks.
Take that.
Okay.
Open it.
I'm trying to do it and it just like, it's just falling apart of my fingers.
Primer.
Do it, brother. Nice. This has a what? 10-minute dry time?
5 minutes between coats and 30 minutes to put the actual paint on top.
So that's not bad. Oh, it's getting on the lens!
Better wipe it off.
You can see it like misting towards it. Honestly, I would like a car that color.
Gloss.
Like, yeah, maybe glossy, but like this, like, I don't know, I feel like my S10 would be sick in that. I know, that's the problem, is like that's the color primers, people wouldn't like it. But like if I just straight up primered the S10 and then black lettered and stuff, it'd be sick. I was looking at project cars for us, and there's a nice Nissan hardbody. Would you be down for that? It's a D21. Then I have a truck back, and they're sick, because you can actually make them pretty nice. Like the hard bodies, I've seen hard bodies with like 240 motors and trannies, and I know, but like you make it like a race truck, you know?
That'd be cool.
And they come, like their fenders are like wider than like my S10 just has like straight narrow body fenders, whereas they have like bubbly on the sides. I like them. I think we should do it. We'll see what that guy says. And if he says something promising, maybe we'll do it, 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 do it. You can do it. Anticlimactic. We should have done a bikini video. That would have got so many views. Put on Speedos and like wash the car. There's people that live on the internet that their sole purpose is just to like be a pain in the ass. So they'll just comment me like, why did you wash it in the sun? Even though it's gonna be perfectly fine. So what kind of paint is this? Is it like actual color match?
It's pre-mixed. Like, so you go to I went to Lorco.
Yeah.
And you tell them the year of your car and like what, and all that. Or they could take a camera. So like, since like cars get sun faded after what time, take a camera to it and then mix paint to how faded it is. Or you just get straight up.
So it's like a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Oh. It's pretty mint. It's quite stinky too. It's actually looking really good. I like that. Is this paint expensive?
Like, I think it was like 30 or 40 bucks a can.
Look how mint this, so that's really zoomed in, but this Fitment wheel wax, and we never really got a chance to like show you guys how good it was, but like Emerson just wiped some on here yesterday, and like look at the beading that happens. Thursday. Emerson put this on here Thursday and it's Sunday. And like, look how just nice this stuff is. And his wheels aren't even dirty, like they haven't collected any dust or nothing. It's good stuff. Would recommend to a friend. Update, we're doing like 1,200 coats of paint, so we're not really getting anywhere. It looks good though. Look at it. It's like glossy and actually looks really good. We're just trying to get a lot of coats because then we realized that like the sides aren't getting painted because the angle Emerson was painting them at wasn't working and stuff, so progress. Dude! So this is, can I touch this? Is it dry enough?
Yeah. Just don't.
Don't like manhandle it. So these came out actually mint. Like these now look newer than the car.
Thanks.
Are you a little mad about that?
Kinda.
The idea, we're just gonna let them keep drying. It's been like hours of just us letting this dry kind of thing. But we're just gonna find out how we wanna mount them. Something like this, and then we just gotta figure out how these sit on the car to make sure that these hang like straight down. But this is gonna be pretty cool looking. Cause now you don't really notice those, and that was the point. If they were black, you can like see them, they stand out on the car. But now this just kind of looks like part of the car, and then the flaps hang. We're just gonna like clip these like that, and then we're gonna sort of mount this on the car so we can adjust where this goes. You'll see. Oh! See, like right now it's leaning too in this way on the bottom.
Yeah, because there's a camber, right?
Yeah.
So as long as the mud flap is like straight
Straight up and down.
Yeah.
So you like it here?
Yeah, that's like perfect.
What we'll do is we'll tape this one where we want it, and then we know exactly where we want it to go, and then we can measure the other one based off this one. Yeah, and then right here has got to get like double-sided tape to the car. You can see that's how it was factory. This is just like the gungy leftover part of it. So this bolts up, and then this just gets taped to the car, and then we'll put some tape throughout this just to make sure that it doesn't pop off. So we took a short intermission because we ran into a little bit of an issue with the flaps. We almost had the mud flaps on, and we ran into this. So when the flap is on, right, everything's mounted properly. If you look deep down in there, the flap hangs down a bit, and it goes like this, which leaves an opening here, which means that road gunge and stuff will be coming off of this, like shooting off the tire and landing inside of this and just building up, and then eventually hitting up to the metal and like could potentially cause issues because it's just gonna be piled up in here. And the point of putting on the flaps in the first place is to reduce issues instead of make issues. So when we looked at this, like the stock mud flap, it comes up, if you were to put this piece on it, it comes up and would fill that gap. So what we did was we just went out to the dollar store, and for literally $2, we bought a cutting board, and we're just gonna take this and cut out the right, like we're gonna trace on the section here that we need. We're gonna cut it out of the cutting board and then just bolt it. So we're gonna cut holes here, and then where these bolts and stuff go, we're just gonna bolt it in there to block any debris from flying onto here. Does that make sense? It's simple. This one was bigger. These ones are not bigger. And if we move this up, that was the other option, to move this down. So then it would be like down here, but then this top piece would be so long, and we don't want to cut it in case we ever want to use them on another car or whatever. This is a good option. So for $2, we went out, did it, got some bigger bolts, and that's what we're about to do. So we got everything together. So now this is like what I was trying to explain to you guys. So this is on the bottom. In between that and the 240, like the OEM piece, is the little piece of the little cutout of whatever the hell this was, cutting board. And then you put this guy on top, put all the bolts. So these are all secured now, that's not gonna go anywhere. And then this one goes into like an OEM hole on the car. This one goes into a hole on the car. And then there's just like a piece of two-sided tape that's supposed to be there because there was one from the factory that just kind of lets it sit on the back of the fender so it's nice and smooth. But that's it. That's it. It's done. This is the world's first Rally Armor
Makeshift 240.
OEM 240 blood flap thing. But it might just be because we tried to Google this to see if there was anything that like we could, you know, look at as like a reference. And there's people who installed OEM ones, but I've never seen anyone even install just the Rally Armor. So I think this is pretty cool that we like mixed OEM to Rally Armor. They literally don't sell these for 240s. They only sell them for like a million other cars. And the only ones you can get for 240s are universal. So these are from a BRZ, but as we're tightening this, we realized that Emerson's car might have actually used to have these. Because if you look right there on the body of the car, there's like two-way tape exactly where ours is stuck.
Like
So like he didn't buy it with them, but maybe like a previous owner or something had the same splash guards and one day they just got rid of them. It looks really good. Can't tell like from behind, you can't even really, like the people will see it because we just did it, but you can't really tell that there's like the OEM part of it. That just kind of blends right into the car. Then the flaps just stick out and it looks really mint. And you'll be the only one that ever has this because Rally Armor doesn't sell them for 240s or like any Nissan. There's a little bit of finger dirt and stuff on there, but
detail, get the wheel wax.
yeah, that's sick, dude. That's mint. I really like that. That looks really good. And no one's gonna see it from up close. Though everybody will see it from like here max. No, I think that's really good. I really like that. That was a lot of effort just to get a little bit of a bigger flap, but it's cool because it takes up more space. It's bigger. The cutting board, you can't even see it like from any angle, which is perfect. And even if you do, it's the same color as the Rally Armor, so like it doesn't look out of place. Yeah, dude, we're done. That looks good. And that's officially, it may not be the world's first. I do believe someone out there has done this. But you go on the internet, you don't see this, you don't see anything. Like we tried to Google any Rally Armor product on a Nissan 240, nothing came up. So I can't guarantee you it's the world's, but I can guarantee you the first Rally Armor mud flaps on a 240 on the internet, right there. So I guess that's it. That's gonna wrap up today's video. Make sure if you haven't already, go, it's only today. What day is Tuesday? May 15th? Only May 15th till midnight is there 15% off if you use 240 Tuesday as the code on the website. So go do it right now before it expires. Midnight Pacific Standard Time. That's when you have to, so go do it. That's it. We're gonna clean up. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will catch you on Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace out and stay committed.